Good morning, virtual book lovers. How are you guys doing today? You are correct. I am not taping from my home office today. I'm actually in a really beautiful snowy cabin in the woods. It's just gorgeous here. Let me see if I can share my view with you. Don't know if I can. Here, let's see. That's the view from my cabin this morning. It's snowy and cold, very quiet except for the occasional crow, and believe it or not, the occasional hiker. But it's gorgeous here. It's hubby and I's 18th anniversary of our first date, so we thought we would just come and spend the weekend up here at the cabin. There's no Wi-Fi here, so I will have to post this video if we run into town today. But it's gorgeous. It is very cold. So I'm just sitting out here doing my morning meditation, drinking some hot tea, and just really enjoying the quiet. Hopefully gonna do some writing this weekend. Already read one book already. So just really enjoying myself this weekend. So let's get into, we'll continue to read from Simple Abundance. And today we are on January 8th. It says, The Underrated Duty. There is no duty we so much underrate as the duty of being happy. By being happy, we sow anonymous benefits upon the world. That was written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Perhaps you think you'll be happy when you get a bigger kitchen, or a new job, or the perfect someone with whom to share your life. But don't you want to start making happiness a habit right now? Every morning when we wake up, we've been given this wonderful gift, another day of life. So let's make the most of it. No one can do it for us. Happiness is not a possession to be prized, Daphne Demure wrote in Rebecca. It is a quality of thought, a state of mind. Let's adopt a new state of mind about happiness. Let's stop thinking that things outside of our control will bring us happiness. Admittingly, remodel the kitchen, landing the job we've been dreaming of, or finding that special someone can make us feel, at least momentarily, happier. But the magic seeds of contentment are planted deep within us. Happiness that the world cannot take away only flourishes in the secret garden of our souls. By tending to our inner garden and uprooting the weeds of external expectations, we can nurture our authentic happiness the way we would nurture something that's beautiful and alive. Happiness is a living emotion. Your happiness is not a frivolous, expendable luxury. The pursuit of happiness is an inalienable right guaranteed by the Declaration of Independence. We have to be willing to pursue it. Ultimately, genuine happiness can only be realized once we commit to making it personal priority in our lives. This may be a new behavior for some of us and a bit intimidating. Be gentle with yourself. It will all unfold. Today, you may not be familiar with the happiness habit, but like any new behavior, happiness can be learned. What I love about that particular entry is so many of us, again, we talked about this earlier in the week, we look at outside of ourselves to fill that hole in our heart, that loss of our soul that we've been looking for with external things. And yes, like she said, absolutely a new kitchen would make me happy. Finding your soulmate, all of those kind of things do provide you happiness. New jobs, but in the end, relationships can fail. These things can be taken away. So how do you find the balance and happiness within yourself, no matter what's happening in your life? What is the way that you make happiness your true north, right? That is your guiding light, your guiding star, always looking for that true happiness in your life. You know, I know some people personally who they don't take the time to look for what truly makes them happy. So they buy new furniture every couple of months. They they paint every room in their house. They're always doing things because they feel like, or move all over the country. And it's like, you, if you can't be happy here, you can't be happy there. You know, I always tell people that even if you move, your problems follow you. Just because it's in a different location, that really doesn't mean anything. You really have to be willing and able to be happy here, inside, to be having that calmness about you. Yes, that is an inalienable right of ours, right? In the Declaration of Independence, it says, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But the problem with pursuit is you're always running after something, right? And I think that's where people got this idea of, I'm going to continue to run after all these things and try to grasp at things that may or may not make me happy to see if anything sticks. When really it's about cultivating happiness. I think they should have changed the wording there because that's really what it's about. Cultivating happiness in our own lives. How do you cultivate happiness in your life? What things truly bring you joy out of the external, out of the things that you can buy and purchase, and what truly brings you happiness? And are you able on days where you're having a hard time? Are you able to get back to that happiness? That's the trick. I really believe that's the trick. I remember there are people in my life who they want to wallow in that ick of disappointment when the thing that you bought or the relationship you thought you had is no longer bringing you happiness. And it's like, I always used to say, I just want to get back to the happy. Like, I don't want to sit in that. Like, that doesn't serve me. Yes, obviously, I'm not saying, don't look at the facts of, maybe why your relationship failed, or, what was the lesson you needed to learn in that. Because if you don't do that, if you don't pause to take that moment to learn those lessons, you're just going to keep repeating them. And that's no fun for anybody. But what I'm saying is being able to bring yourself back to that happy place within inside you. Find your inner joy so that you can move on in a happier, healthier way. What did you glean from today's reading? I'd love to hear your comments. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.